It was an interesting offseason for Minnesota Fighting Vikings quarterback Kirk JEROME Ezekiel Cousins, where even after a career season, it looked like the Vikings were potentially going to find his replacement, whether in free agency or a trade, or especially high in the 2023 NFL draft. But even after selecting quarterback Jaron Hall from BYU in the 5th round, not really seen as his immediate replacement. So Kirk is still standing. He's still standing. That's right. So he met with the local media jackals today on Wednesday, phase 2 of the offseason program, as well as he's wearing the Andrew DePaula, the bagel shirt. I wonder how many bagels Kirk's getting paid for this. It's awesome, man. But he talked with the local media jackals, and he said that he has to earn the right to stay in Minnesota. This write was from Kevin Patra around the NFL. Kirk said this. The 35-year-old quarterback said on Wednesday that he hopes to remain in Minnesota for the duration of his career, but understands his play this season will determine how that unfolds. Quote, "I want to be here in Minnesota. That's kind of a no-brainer." It's a weird thing to say, especially from someone who's lived basically his entire life in Minnesota. Cousins told reporters, so hopefully we can earn the right to do that. And he's right, where if he comes out and screws the pooch this year, I mean, he has no right to be the Vikings quarterback in 2024. But if he balls out, just like he did in 2022, then we could talk about it. And then said this, I don't think you go there, Cousins said when asked if he thinks about it potentially being his final season in Minnesota. I think it's healthiest to be present, to be focused on phase 2 Wednesday and live right now in the moment. And again, when you do that, you just do it day by day, and you get to next February and you say everything will work out. It's just best to stay in the present to have March go the way you want it to go. This is my 4th time in the league going into a season with free agency on the horizon, Cousins said on Wednesday. My 4th year after my rookie contract, the 2 years in Washington after that, and now this. So I would just say it's more the norm than the exception. The exception is that you have something penciled in for future years. Most of our locker room has no idea what is coming in 3 or months. Let alone 3 or 4 years or next year. So I feel like I'm one of the guys, if you will. We're all in this together, and that's the way this league works. And frankly, the way that most contracts are structured, everyone is year to year. Everyone is literally week to week as well. But with Cousins, yeah, I mean, what's so weird. So when he was quarterback of Washington, Daniel Snyder was infamous for throwing around stupid money all the time. Albert Hainsworth, Adam Archuleta, all that stuff. And then like the only guy that he didn't throw long-term money at was Kirk Cousins. Because they franchise tagged him twice in the row after his rookie deal expired, which is kind of hilarious, man. But, I mean, Kirk has a good attitude here where he's only controlling what he can control. And if he goes into the season as a free agent after the year as a lame duck quarterback, I mean, it's fine. He's been there, done that. And the Vikings, I think, certainly could revisit a possible Band-Aid extension with him after the draft when they didn't draft his clear-cut successor, just like they did last year. So we'll see. He finished with this, quote, I think in this league, there should never be entitlement, he said. You always got to go play, and teams can do whatever they want. That's their prerogative. You just go to work. You do the best you can, and I'm encouraged and excited because I do think I have a good football ahead of me. So got to go out there and earn that, but I feel positive about the future looking forward. So overall, good attitude. And also, absolutely, there should be no entitlement. It stands for not for long. Like, you are not promised your job just because of who you are, who your daddy is, or whoever. And Kirk has a good attitude, has a good work ethic. And also, we do have to give props to Kirk in this spot because Kirk does not have a workout bonus attached to his contract. Now, yes, his contract is very lucrative, but theoretically, he does not have to be here at these voluntary workouts, and there's no incentives for him to be here besides being a leader, being a good teammate, being that guy. So, respect to Kirk in that regard. And like I said, Kirk played phenomenal football last season. He had one of the better years of his career, if not the best. The Vikings won 13 games, won the division for the first time in his Vikings tenure, and hopefully to build upon that. Plus, that offense. I mean, this offense coming up with Justin freaking Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ, an improved running game, and hopefully an improved offensive line. Woo! It's going to be good times, man. It's going to be good times. But it's actually really refreshing. The Kirk Cousins, didn't put out the cookie cutter pejoratives and player speak, but actually said something of substance. And yeah, he's correct. Like, he does have to earn the right to be here, and I think that he can. And I think that he will. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts on Kirk's thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Won't support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.